More time. Two more times. USA. Okay, now this time, mean it. USA. Out. Okay. Matt Harvey is hosting this event.
Thank you very much, Colonel Bates. So good morning and welcome everybody. It's the rain is holding off for us. We've been blessed with some good weather, nice cool weather to keep it cool. So thank you all for coming out to the 5th annual Bill Wilch Memorial 5K. This is the second year we've named it in honor of Bill. But I think his spirit has kind of driven this event the entire time. So thank you to the Wilch family and everybody that's coming out to make it happen. We're going to get started here in about 5 minutes. Pretty standard race. If you're super fast, get towards the front. If you take your time or you're walking, please step towards the back of the line. Start and finish line is going to be right over here. We do have refreshments, a bottle of water, if you need it or would like. Basically, mind that there is a step across the finish line, so remember to look down and don't trip. Anybody that's there's going to be people stationed throughout the course. If you need anything or you're feeling dizzy or anything like that, feel free to just get in touch with them. We'll get you a ride back, get you squared away. We have some fantastic people here who will take care of you. But anyways, I'd like to pass this on to John Hart, organizer and founder of Team Fastrax, and where we can remember for a few words about Bill Wilch. Then we're going to do the national anthem.
So, when you're running and walking today, I can give you something to laugh about. Bill used to make us laugh, and that was probably the greatest thing about Bill Wilch is he had stories. And Bill had a hard time getting around, so the team decided to get together. We put a handicap bathroom in his home and an access ramp so he could get up in a wheelchair. And while doing that, we had to tear out the landscaping of his house. So we head over there with a bobcat and a dump truck one day, and we just go crazy. We're hooking chains up to these bushes that have probably been there for 50 years, and we're just pulling them out of the ground, and Bill's sitting there with a beer in his hand going, "What the hell?" I mean, it was the craziest thing. And he's just, when we're done, his landscaping is gone. And you just stand there looking, what just happened? My brother walks up, he goes, Bill, we really don't like you. He goes, we just like to befriend old people and steal their landscaping. And he just started laughing so hard. And that was the great thing about him. I mean, we would just go over and try to visit him as often as we could. I'm in Middletown every day, so I'd stop by and we'd bring chicken or whatever, and he'd just sit there and just want to talk. And it was a beautiful thing. It was a friendship that developed out of this. And he became part of our family. We love him. So we took his old toilet out, and it was sitting in his garage. And it was sitting there for several months after the remodel was done. And I'm over there one day, goes, "Hey, what are you going to do with that toilet?" I said, "What do you want me to do with it?" He goes, "Can you get rid of it?" I says, "I get to have your toilet?" And he goes, "Well, no, I thought you thought away." I said, "No, I get to have Bill Wilch's toilet?" So I loaded it up and put it in the trunk of my car, and he's like looking like I'm crazy. He goes, "You'll need to wash that." And I said, "All right." So I brought it back, and I take a power sprayer to it. I said, "I'm gonna have some fun with this thing. I'm gonna have a memorial with Bill's toilet." And he calls up, "Hey, did you wash that?" I said, "Bill, I gotta tell you, everybody in Middletown says you're full of shit." And they're wrong, because that toilet was full of shit. So anyway, I painted it green and put a star on it, and it said Wilch's Privy. And I was going to bring it out for that Warrior Weekend and have it, but unfortunately the snowplow hit it and broke it. But it was funny. I mean, Bill just laughed, and so every time I'd see him, he goes, "How's my toilet?" I said, "I waxed it today, Bill. I waxed it." So great guy. I mean, these are the things that this is all about. And Bill was an amazing warrior. Landed on D-Day, first wave, and where 70% of the first wave were killed on that beach, and continued to fight on and was wounded and came back to Middletown, a very humble man, and went to work at Sorg. And one of the guys he shot, a German that he had actually shot, was working at Sorg years later, and he remembered him. And I mean, how small of a world is that an individual that you wounded and was captured and eventually came here and worked in the same town, in the same business that you were part of, and you became friends. So it's a small world, and it just goes to tell you we're all connected in some way. So let's have a great race. And God bless each of you, and thanks for coming out. We got great weather for this, and it's going to be fun. Thank you.
All right. Last moment, we're going to do the national anthem, and then we're going to get ready and have a run.